Amy Little.
Hi. What's your question?
I want to know, what is your favorite moment during the concert experience? Like, I know what ours is, Joe Girl, like, please don't go girl, but what do you like, or what's your favorite part?
We go around the horn.
I know mine. My favorite part is, you guys named it the Dawn Pause or something, and it's not about me pausing. It's just when we stop and you guys react the way you do, it's genuinely the most moving thing that I ever feel in my life. And last night's was one of the all-time greats. Last night, you guys, the energy was absolutely amazing. So thank you.
John.
Just being with everybody. I think that's always a favorite of mine.
Zach, who do you have?
Daniela Cisco,
Hi. What's your question?
do your kids like your music?
Last night my daughter Chance is here. And I'm so happy she's here to experience this, but she said, was talking about all the songs that we've not done in the past or have done only a few times. And she said, you played one of my favorite songs. I was like, what? She goes, Mrs. Right. I was like, what? Like, I didn't even know she knew that song. And, yeah, my daughter is a New Kids fan, so. Makes it easier at home, for sure.
I'd say our kids love our music, probably hate as much as we have to travel and stuff, but they love, yeah, I know my kids do. They don't always get it, but they love it. Thank you.
Do you like it? How old are you, by the way?
11.
11.
My favorite song is Step by Step.
Good choice.
Amazing. It's pretty cool that, like, our kids, the generation, the younger generations, I don't think you guys really see, like, oh, this is from that area, this is from that era, or the 80s or the 90s. It's just, it's all available, so they can either like it or not, which is pretty cool. And if they like it, they know where to find it. It's just, everything's out there. Baby Blockheads!
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, the first shot for the new documentary.
Last night I shot footage with my iPhone, so we're already there.
Let's go.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I want to thank you guys so much for this opportunity. I'm a huge fan since I was 3. And I have a 5-year-old who's a huge Donnie fan. So just wanted to shout her out too. My question is what is one thing you haven't done that you still really want to do?
Documentary. Oh man. You stumped us. I don't know. I mean, I know I say we, I know Joey had a dream to play Carnegie Hall. And let us be part of that dream. I don't know that, I personally, I don't know that I have a dream that clear, that I could say, I really want to do this before I retire or whatever, like the Carnegie, but it's really hard to say. We work really hard and we really care and we're really focused and you know, I say this a lot, but we take what we do serious, but we don't take ourselves serious. But this is so, in some ways, beyond, you know, we never thought we'd do a convention. We've talked about it. You know, I could say a frivolous answer like we want to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or we want to do Vegas one day. But it's really, for me personally, it's always about the next time we get to share this happipiness is really what it's all about. You know, that when we meet you guys, this specific weekend more than ever, the hugs, we'll always say something quick, I love you, thank you, you know, whatever, but it's a lot of thank you for doing this more than usual, I'm hearing. Thank you for doing this. And that's really, for me, you know, what's the one thing that we haven't done that I want to do next? The next thing that I get to do with you guys. Yeah, no, sorry. The next thing we get to do with you guys is the only thing I want to do next in my career. Thanks.
Zach.
Hey, I'm Pam. Donnie posted on Instagram about the jeans. Thank you for trying those on. But you were explaining that you bought those with the money from your first part-time job. So, what did you guys do for your first part-time jobs?
Danny?
Well, the first job I had actually was a summer before us three had jobs downtown. But the first job that I had, and it was with Danny, was at we were like 16, and we were counselors for little kids at a summer camp. So, yeah,
No, it was, yeah, we were camp counselors for kids, but I remember we were breakdancing a lot. Like, for the kids, that was like the one thing we could do and entertain the kids. So me and him would just be practicing entertaining all the kids breakdancing. So it was a fun summer.
And then the next summer, our schools, the public schools, they would help the kids get summer jobs, and they were at a different school, but it was close by, Donnie and Danny, and the school, I guess, maybe directed them towards some summer jobs downtown Boston, right in the middle of the city, and my school did the same. So we all ended up like a block away from each other having summer jobs in the middle of the city.
That was fun.
It was, there's a lot of stories, we can get into it. So I worked at, I think it was an insurance company, and I worked in the basement, stuffing envelopes and running mail to different businesses and stuff, and dropping them in. I was like a mail guy or whatever, like stuffing envelopes and stuff like that. And I don't know exactly what you guys did.
We worked at the Shaman Bank, which I don't even think exists anymore. Yes, Shaman Bank, woo-woo. Danny, I don't know, it used to be like, my job's boring. I just sleep all day.
Mine was boring too. We had to input numbers into like a computer, which, imagine what a computer looked like back then. But I was in a room with another guy from our school. I don't remember his name, but we would take naps because we'd finish the work in like an hour and then have nothing to do.
My job was really hard, actually. I didn't sleep. I worked in a foreign exchange office, and the other two interns on a summer job program were two Harvard students. So it was, they walked in the first day, and one's got a bow tie and his glasses and a suit, and the other one's in a fancy suit. And I had on white jeans, yellow sneakers, and a yellow Hawaiian shirt with a mullet. And I really thought I was dressed up. Like, I was like, I look good. And I walked in and they were like, who the hell are you? But literally within a week I was doing exchanges. Like I was buying six-month lira and selling yen in Japan. Like I was doing all these currency exchanges, and there was a New Kids poster in the office, and all the people in the office knew about the band. They knew that I was, had this aspiration to be famous. And it was great, but honestly, all I looked forward to every day was meeting Jordan and Danny for lunch. And we had a few other friends that were working, and we would go to Wendy's and then we would just cause mischief. And then I would literally, one time we had a fight with some muscle guy. He tried to beat us up. And my ear got cut open for my earrings, and I ran back to work, and I didn't realize I came in, all in my shitty clothes, and I'm like, hey guys, and there was blood all over my head. And I didn't know, and they're like, what's happened to you, Mr. Wahlberg? But yeah, we had real jobs, but not long after that. I think maybe within a year, we went on tour with Tiffany. Maybe a year after that, or maybe 2, but it was pretty soon after we went on tour, and it's been our job ever since.
Did I have a job?
Yeah.
My first job was at Little Peach in Jamaica Plain, stacking shelves and dusting shelves. Not doing a very good job of it. And then I remember at the end of my street there was a parking lot for the Boy Scout building, and my mom worked it there, and there were so many leaves in the parking lot. You know when a place doesn't clean up leaves for like 4 years, so they're just like stacked, there's like fossils under it, and I cleaned that whole thing up, and it wasn't very fun. Actually, I had a weed whacker once, and and I was weed whacking at like 3:30 after school, so there was a lot of traffic, and the weed whacker flew out of my hand. I swear to God, into traffic, like way out there, landed on somebody's hood. You know the rotary at the end of the rotary. Boom. And of course, perfect timing as it was, my friends there was like 4 of my friends packed in a car, saw the whole thing happen.
Of course they did.
Of course.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, I wasn't. I needed help too. You know what I think about a lot is you guys is like my son Griffin would. Oh God. He would fit in with you 3 so. Oh my God. I was like 3 years younger than you guys, so it's a big difference back then. But Griffin's 15 now, so he'd have fit in perfect with you guys. Holy cow.
Hi, I'm Nikki McCain. Thank you guys for doing all this. I served in the U.S. Navy on a warship.
Thank you.
You reunited a shipmate of mine and I who served together 23 years ago. Thank you. So could I get a go Navy, please, guys? Go Navy, please.
What is it?
Can you please say go Navy?
Go Navy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll do it on 3. 1, 2.
Go Navy!
Did you guys get to go to high school prom?
Excuse me?
Do we get to go to high school prom?
Oh.
Can we get him in the
Yeah, we're not hearing them.
I don't know why.
She asked if we went to high school prom.
I never made it to prom, but
You didn't make it through high school, motherfucker.
that's
I'm younger. I was always in a higher grade than
It took me 6 years, but I eventually graduated.
serious. I mean, not to get down there, but I mean, we need to think outside the box for high school, you know? Because you're all look at how brilliant John is now. I mean, you were busy rebuilding your house on Melville Ave. You were always busy. It wasn't like you weren't doing anything, but like to just find the right school for kids. But you guys were.
I tried everything. My mother put me in night school. She put me in some class on Saturday, and like a nursing home type situation. It was rough.
I remember one year, John quit school. Fuck it. He's not going to school anymore.
And then it was like, knock on the door.
Yeah.
This is the truant officer. Get your ass out of bed and get to school.
Anyway.
I went to your
told
prom.
us-
I went to Jordan's prom.
Yes.
Not with Jordan. With Jordan, but not. If I knew you were going to wear the T-shirt, I would have been your date at the prom. But we both went to his prom. I had a date and you had a date.
What's
and we
that?
went. English High.
English High, yeah.
I went.
I went to, we went to got in the same limo and everything. We have pictures of that.
Yeah, I have one in my photo album I found in storage. It's you, me, and Crystal.
Yeah.
Remember Crystal?
Yeah.
You won't know her, but she's the girl who pierced my nose backstage before a concert in 1989, I think.
Yeah.
Crystal, yeah. She
was
worked
like-
at the mall, the
JP.
corner mall in downtown Boston.
So you went with Crystal?
I didn't go with Crystal, I went with Danny's ex-girlfriend.
I think she paid for the limo, actually. I think she paid for the limo.
She did.
I was like, because she was in one of my classes, my science class, and I was like, you going to the prom? She's like, maybe. I was like, if you do, are you getting a limo? She's like, yeah, whatever. I was like, all right, well, let me know. So she let me know. She paid for the limo.
That's how you got me to go. Because I was like, I really can't go with Millie because Danny's going to be mad at me. And you're like, she got the limo, you got to go.
I remember, this is in high school. I had already been hearing things, from other people. So people talk, when you're in high school. We were walking to my house, me and you, we were gonna hang out that weekend. And I just said, why didn't you tell me? And you were like, you felt so bad. And I'm like, I don't care. She's a nice girl, but I broke up with her for a reason. And I just was kind of letting them know. And that was kind of the conversation. And for two high school guys to just, talk about it like that, it was over. You know what I mean? I didn't really care.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny.
X. The word X is very important in that story.
Yeah, it was X.
X. But you guys, hey, it's a small town. Small town.
It's only so much more around.
Small town.
All right, what's next?
Hi guys, I'm Jen Martin. Thank you guys for doing this. My question to you is, what song has the most meaning to you?
Well, we heard about I'll Be Loving You Forever. That's two over here. Two I'll Be Loving You Forever.
They all honestly have different special places, different memories attached, different emotions attached. So it's hard to pick out one. We could go through them and be like, well, what does that one mean to you? What does that one mean to you? And they all kind of, for me, have different emotional attachments. Yeah. How about you? What's is there a particular one or?
It has to be Please Don't Go Girl. The emotion.
And see, I could make a case for that one. Because just when you said that, it's like you just remember all the different memories around that song. The first video, the first time hearing it. I remember the first time hearing it mixed. And I was like, oh my God. I honestly think that's like probably our best record. It's Please Don't Go Girl. It just, everything about it is just classic. Anyway.
So I think we only have time for 2 more questions, so we'll go to Renee for introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Morales from New York. New York in the house! My friends are expecting me to talk about how much I love you, Donnie, but I'm not going to do that. My question for you is, what was the first thing that each of you bought with your first paycheck that you got from the group?
I think you were there. Were you there you were still filming? But we were at the Gibson Theater. I mean, we used to get like some money. I remember we had a Bebe card for the first time. But we found out they got us all together, and it was at the Gibson Theater at Universal Studios in Los Angeles, and they told us we were all millionaires, and we went crazy because we got to have fun. It was just another opportunity to go nuts, and Danny did a backflip. Danny was the best at physically expressing our excitement. It was always. But I mean, we just thought of our families. I mean, I think anybody would do that too. But I just remember that. I think it was that weekend or the next day, we all went to a hotel room and they brought us in one by one. Do you remember that? And they said, "What do you want to do?" And
wait, this is.
Oh, both? Yeah. You don't remember that? John, don't encourage them. Don't encourage them. You can't say kids and you can't say hotel room. That's all we need to get sick in our minds about crazy shit. No, I just remember, you know, we wrote checks to our families and bought houses for our moms, and I bought a Cadillac for my dad, and that's what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, going back to the very first money, I think even before that, I honestly, I think I bought a washer and dryer for my mom, because for like the last few years before that, well, it was for my mom, but it was also for me, because then I wouldn't have to carry 2 garbage bags to the laundromat every few days, which was the most just awful thing to do. I used to have to walk by Terry Wallace's house. Jordan would be on the front porch, and I'd be like, I gotta cut through the yard so they don't know that I can't afford a washing machine. Yeah, but I think going back to that specific memory, the first thing was family. I didn't think of like, oh my God, I want to go to an island, or I want to do this. I called my brother Mark and I said, I gotta get a car. I'm gonna buy a car. What kind of car do you like? And he said, I like Cherokee, a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And I was like, okay. I didn't know what kind of car I wanted. I didn't have a dream car. I never thought I'd own a car. So I asked him, and he was like, it's gotta be black. It's gonna have a gold pinstripe. He started breaking it down, and I was like, oh, geez. So I went back to our financial manager right after that meeting, and I said, can I buy a car? And I thought he was gonna say, come on, he's thinking it's gonna be a Ferrari or something like that. And he was like, what kind of car? I said, a Jeep Cherokee Wagoneer, a Grand Wagoneer. And he said, of course you can. And I was like, great. So I bought it, I drove it about 3 times, and then it became Mark's car. And that was the end of that.
All right, last question.
Hi, my name is
I just want to say thank you personally. For me, your music has brought me a lot of joy over some really hard years the last few years. But my question is, if you hadn't become a new kid, what would you be doing?
Wow, I mean, I think I'm lucky enough that I am a new kid and doing what I would have been doing. So, yeah, life is good.
I think I'd be running a community theater like a crazy person. Hopefully, yeah, I probably would have been doing that. Yeah, it's in my blood. And maybe a bricklayer to pay the bills.
Go ahead, Jordan, please.
I really do, I think about that sometimes. I'm like, what the hell would I be? And I think I'd probably one of those people that like switches careers a lot. Like never hold down a job, like go from this one to that one, fucking get a new idea, go and do this and that. Like, one of those types, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm just, I'm interested in a lot of things, that's all.
I have no idea. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it. I shudder at the thought of it. I do pray sometimes and say thank you for not making me have to find out. I just don't know. I would hope that it would be something okay. No, I don't know. I mean, I swear, I walked around the streets of Boston dreaming of something like the way my life turned out, and I met Maurice Starr, and I never thought about anything else in my life other than that since 14 years old. And we had jobs, we worked. I mean, I worked for my dad one year, I worked with Jordan and Danny, I worked in a shoe store in Dorchester selling Adidas like this and spent all my money on clothes so I could look good to be in this band. But I don't know, and maybe there's a parallel universe where we're all somehow connected, like we're taking our wives or someone to Joey's community theater on a Friday night to see a play and go, this kid from Jamaica Plains, he's really good, that McIntyre guy, I don't know. This life is beyond surreal, and I don't want to cry. It's amazing. And taking it back to the videos, to the beginning, and maybe this could resonate for some of you guys as well. We really can manifest our dreams and what we want, if we really commit to it. And you guys are doing it. You're doing it too. Like, just remember that when you were mad at those girls in the I'll Be Loving You video, you probably were saying things like, I want to be in a room with those guys. I want to get to know those guys. I want to be the one having fun with those guys. And you're doing it. Here you are.